What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Carter. Welcome to Carter's Life. So I'm definitely on one right now. I'm in a whole different train of thought right now. So it's gonna be two parts to this today because I got something to do. I'm probably gonna be here like 10, 15 minutes right now, and then I'm gonna come back on right after I go and do what I gotta do real quick. But I'm gonna talk to you about something that is really like it bothers me to the point of it really upsets me because I find out a lot of things. First of all, let me send prayers out to my homeboy Ray. I found out last night I was 1 block away from where he was at, and he got shot in his back last night. So let me send a prayer out to him first. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I was gonna go over there, and God works in mysterious ways. It was just crazy. Um, but let me explain something to y'all. The way I was raised, my mom was a single mom, but I had my grandfather and all them, right? I've been told I wasn't raised correctly and all this stuff by people who have no clue what they're talking about. But let me say this. The way I was raised was you want to be as polite and is and understanding the people as you can. They ain't say you ain't gonna mess up along the way. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be as polite as you can to people, right? But I realize in this generation that the people in this generation and lifetime are very corrupt. They really want you to they really want you to just live your life their way. I think it is. For me, I'm gonna tell y'all like I made all kind of mistakes, all kind. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I've had uh, good relationships. I had bad relationships. I have relationships that I've caused havoc. I passed up on good women because I didn't because I was damaged, right? But I'm gonna tell you something that hurts a man even worse than that when he's doing the right thing and he's being chastised for doing the right thing, right? I look at my life and I say, damn, I have baby moms, right? And I try to be as polite and courteous, and I try to like lower the level of arguing or disagreements because I grew up where my parents they co-parent. You know, my grandparents they did their thing. You know, I watched how other people interacted when they weren't in a relationship with the person no more, but they were still respectable. I never told somebody in my lifetime you gotta like the way I do things when it comes to like me co-parenting with any one of my baby moms because that was a problem that was pre-existing before you. Just like you, they have kids, I have to respect their baby dad, right? But what I have realized is like everything that I do is magnified 10 times. And I realized like a person that tells you how to do something, like I did something that was so minute that it is now big as hell. I realized that I don't really need people who don't have my back around me. I realized that not everybody loves me the way I want them to love me. I realized like I tolerate a lot of stuff that I shouldn't. I realize I've taken people through a lot of things that I shouldn't. But one thing about it is that I literally am tired. I went to bed with a heavy heart last night. And I always say never go to bed angry or sad. But I went to bed with a heavy heart. I realized that when you're dealing with people, they're set in how they think everything is supposed to go. Everybody talks about respect me, honor me, love me, right? They all say that, right? What I don't like is that respect is only a one-way street. Honor is only a one-way street. It's only a one-way street. And I know that I can't be anything more than who I am. I can't be uh, a hateful person. I can't be anything less than the best possible father that I can be. I can't parent somebody else's kids and don't do nothing for my own, right? I can't. I don't care if I don't. I'm not with none of my kids' moms, right? I don't care if I ain't with none of my kids' moms. But if we all have a understanding, right, that they're gonna each date somebody that's gonna be around my kids. When I do it, I need that same respect. That means the person that I'm with got to know their place. Like you can't just start rambling on. I got a homeboy right now. He has a cookout at his crib, and he has 7 baby moms. They all come to his crib because they all come in peace. And his girlfriend's there with her kids. They all come in peace. I realized like I do things out the kindness of my heart. Like I believe your kids should have memories growing up. I don't care if you're taking them somewhere. I don't care if you take pictures. I don't care. Your kids got to have memories growing up. Just because our childhood wasn't great doesn't mean that our kids' childhood shouldn't be great. So I got angry. I went to bed and I was heavy hearted last night. And I said to myself, why the hell do I gotta change who I am as a person who's trying to do the right thing to suit somebody else? I'm not doing it. You pour your heart out to people, to a person, right? You pour your heart out to them. They step on it. You tell them whatever you gotta tell them, right? And they intentionally break you down. You get tired of it because they finally got what they wanted. They 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 wanted to see you fail, and they don't care about how you feel. They just want you to care how they feel, right? You wonder why people act the way they act sometimes, right? So sometimes I'm a loner. I like being by myself because I know I'll never betray myself. I know when I feel something ain't right, it just ain't right. But people, let me explain in the best way I can. When you do extra stuff, and like now, like in the state of mind I'm in right now, like I'm different. I'm different. You can't never sit still and let somebody try to run over you, or somebody like if somebody, I'm gonna tell you like, don't give me the I love you speech and be with somebody else 30 days later. Don't give me we're cool. Don't give me I'm with you for life. Don't give me that shit. Don't be like I got your back and then I see that you don't. Because now I have a whole different outlook. I went to bed with a heavy heart. So I'm gonna make this clear on this part one. I'm going to make it my business within the next 12 months to move out of San Antonio. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in San Antonio no more. I'm gonna start looking around. I'm not gonna tell people where I'm going, But whatever choices I make now are the best choices for me because everybody's selfish. I was selfish. But one thing I never was disrespectful, like to the max, is what I'm saying. I did. Have I done disrespectful stuff? Absolutely. Have I done stuff that I should have never done? Absolutely. And I ain't never gonna. I ain't never in my life repeating the same cycle again. Never in my life. I can't be around people who don't see when they do something wrong, but they can point out all your stuff. Okay. Point out everything I do. I mean, point out everything I do. So I could get on here right now on my platform and I could tell it other people's business. I could tell it, but I ain't. I'm not because I respect them too much. But one thing I'm not going to do is let somebody continuously look at me like as if I don't count. I've never had as much stress in my life as I have right now. People will always and forever say you gotta look at life like this. Why do I gotta look at life through anybody else's eyes but my own? Right? It's okay. Because I know what I need out of life. But one thing I won't do anymore is give somebody the time and energy to waste on anything. I don't care who it is. I watch people disrespect so much. So I got this Bible quote. Let me just get off track for a minute. It says, "For he hath made him to be sin for us. He knew no sin, that we might be made righteousness of God in him." So I have these Bible quotes that pop up, and I have the prayer that I have to do. So let me say this. I'm extremely happy. Like I have a heavy heart, but I'm happy. But I can tell y'all a shadow of a doubt that I'm in love. Like I'm in love. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I tell the world I'm in love. Who I'm in love with, I don't have to plaster that all over the world. And I'm going to get married and I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm tired. I just want to be left alone. If you're not bringing peace, if you're not gonna be my peace, don't be my problem. I just want to be in love so much that like it's just nothing can come in between, right? I don't want to do this any longer. People trying to come in my life and destroy what I had to build. It took me a minute to build what I got. No, if you wasn't there when it was bad, like I didn't have no money. I was stressed out. I was doing what I had to do to survive. And then I see people who are so ignorant to the fact they'll talk like real talk. I'm gonna tell you something. Any woman that talks down on another woman due to however she is, her size, whatever, they forgot that where they come from, you have to say that's not a woman. Any woman that tells a man, "Oh, they got you by the balls because you're doing this," no, they don't. That's called respect. Too bad that you and your baby daddy didn't have that. I'm just keeping it real. I watch how some of y'all are so disrespectful out here in the world. Like, don't disrespect the person that's there every day trying to figure it out. But you want to disrespect, you don't disrespect that person, but you want to disrespect another person. Don't sit down and tell me how I'm this, I'm that, because you don't want to hear what I gotta say. I don't want somebody. It's sad. The only time I'm at peace in my life is when I'm walking down the beach looking at water. That's sad, yo. There's times I've gotten in my car and drove all the way to the coast just for an hour or two, just so I can be away from all the drama. You got to look at why people are so like angry. And is it worth you talking down on somebody to make you better? No, is it worth you talking down on me to make you better? Is it worth you walking out of my life to make you feel better because you feel like you accomplished something? No, people just don't want to be grown. People don't want to be grown no more. Walking away is the easy part. That's easy. I'm going to challenge myself to be better. I woke up this morning and I had so much anger in my heart. A friend of mine, he shot. I got people doing dumb stuff. So I know now that I don't matter to you. I don't matter. Because in this world, we have to figure certain things out one step at a time. And right now, like, I'm just so freaking tired of people being childish. I know a bunch of things about people I'll never speak on because it was told to me in confidentiality. But I'm gonna say this: I'm not gonna let somebody keep trying to knock me down, talk about my family, hurt my family, hurt me. Not doing it. So now I'm gonna think about what's best for me. I'm gonna think about put my happiness. I've always put my kids' happiness before my own because that's what I'm supposed to do. But now I'm gonna put my happiness first too. And I don't care what nobody else is about to do in their life. I don't care anymore because what's supposed to be in front of me and around me and with me will be. And with that being said, part one of Carter's Life. Tune in for part two.